Good. So I guess, first of all, can you tell us your plan for roads?
Yeah, well, absolutely, and I'm not convinced that we're not doing the best way of doing road work, if it be repairs or if we're doing significant amount investments. But we've invested $400 million just in the last 3 years in our roads, and we know that in 2003 we had a significant infrastructure deficit in this province. So we've continued to make improvements in that. In that last 3 years of $400 million, we've made numerous improvements to roads and highways throughout the province, as well as bridges. 23 new bridges, about 40 projects where significant renovations have been made. We've invested for $560 million since 2004 on the Trans-Labrador Highway. So we know we're making improvements, and there are investments that are good expenditures for government. They create jobs and they create a better transportation network for Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. But I want to make sure we're getting best value. I want to make sure that we got a process that's working best for us as a province. We want to move to earlier tenders so that the construction industry has a better opportunity to plan out their work throughout that year, and also even beyond that year. Similar to what we did in our budget this year, we talked about a 5-year infrastructure plan. We've talked about a 5-year finance plan, a 5-year human resource plan for government. I also want to do a 5-year roads plan so that communities, so that citizens, councils, and also the industry itself knows where it is we're moving to make those infrastructure investments so that we can get best value and they can plan best as well.
Any idea what this is going to cost?
The expenditures are already built into our budget planning. This is not new cost. This is a way of how do we find better ways to expend those resources. I want to look at other jurisdictions, and even when it comes to repairs, as an example. So for a pothole today in a road, and we know in Newfoundland and Labrador, just by the very nature of our weather, just by the nature of where we live, we have freezing and thawing of roads through the winter. That causes movement in asphalt and roads, and that creates potholes. And today we use coal patch throughout the winter. And if we had using technology, had a way to provide hot asphalt and a better repair, we know we're going to get longer lasting repairs. And as well, we know that safety is a big issue for our workers, and it's a big issue for me as well. And we have to provide and ensure the safety of our workers. But to fill a pothole today, they may have to put up 10 to 20 or 15 to 20 signs, which is an enormous amount of work just to fill a single pothole. So I also know that the technologies are there today to have a mobile workspace or a mobile barricade system where a truck, a tractor trailer type of equipment can be brought to a work site. It creates a safe working area for workers. It can provide all the tools and equipment they need right within that safe working area. They can quickly mobilize, quickly make the repairs, and they can move on. The other thing that we don't do in this province currently is nighttime repairs and nighttime work, and it's time that we look at that. How can we minimize the disruption to the motoring public? And that's one way of doing it. We know other jurisdictions do it. We need to have a serious look at doing that here in Newfoundland and Labrador so we can decrease the impacts on motorists who are going about their day-to-day lives, they're going to work, and so businesses can operate more effectively.
You also say you're going to take the partisanship out of pavement. How do you expect to do that?
Well, it's a concern, but if from people, and we hear that from time to time, but we have equipment right now that measures ruts in the road, as an example, and that's we have a single piece of equipment that travels around the highways almost constantly in the province, and it's painted the same color as the highway equipment. You wouldn't know what it is, but it measures all the ruts in the road. So let's make a 5-year plan as to where are the ruts in the road. We know where traffic volumes are. We know what the condition of asphalt is, and we know what the potential is for asphalt failure. So let's do a better job of planning. Let's develop a 5